Let's start with a very, very short 30 seconds video to give you a glimpse of the overall product till now. Let me just share my screen.
Meet Scalenut, the ultimate AI-powered SEO and content marketing platform for the modern business. Say goodbye to lackluster traffic metrics and hello to building a sustainable brand with the Scalenut Content Suite. Unlock the secrets of a perfect content strategy. Get the T on your main keyword with topic research. Breeze through the content creation process with cruise mode. Make your content a friend of the search engine with Content Optimizer. Using AI across different legs, Scalenut helps you dominate search engines like a pro. And we are now on Product Hunt. Show us your love and support.
Great. So guys, we are on Product Hunt today. We just launched and, we're trending #1. So would love to get support from you guys and just sharing the link here of our post. Feel free to, go on and support us, leave your comment and feedback there. Would love to hear from you guys there. I also wanted to sort of spend some time to, talk about what we are doing and, what we plan to build, right? So I think in all our conversations, we've been talking about how we are thinking to build the content lifecycle workflow, right? Which in our parlance, we also call it a content loop, starting from content planning to a detailed topic research to actually creation of a blog to optimizing it for search engines to distribution, which is basically, let's say we have a one-click publisher for WordPress, and then analyzing this content as to understand how it is performing, and this analysis feeding back to planning in form of recommendations, right? That's what we sort of plan to build. I'm sure today you would have many questions around how the search is being disrupted and how things will unfold in this new era of search. And I think what I also want to call out is whatever we are doing, we're setting ourselves to enable you to help you and succeed in this new era of search, right? Which means the way the search engines will see this content with with ChatGPT coming in, with Google introducing Bard, it will be like a lot of AI generative capabilities out there and a lot of AI generated content coming into play, plus search engines also getting clubbed with the chat interface as well. It's very important that we sort of understand what kind of content which is super structured and very easy to understand so that it is easily comprehensible and hence be produced into a chat interface format as well. So we should optimize our content for it to be more structured. We should optimize for our content for this new search era, and that's what this is a step in that direction. The optimizer that we'll talk about, sorry for being a spoil sport, but the new couple of modules that we are talking about would talk about those. So with that, I'll take a pause. More on the Q&A, and over to you from here, Mayank.
Yeah. Thank you, Gaurav.
Yeah.
And thanks, Matthew, for the kind words. I see a couple of questions and how you tested Scalenut compared to one of our largest competitors, and you're liking what you're seeing here. Thank you for your kind words. Just getting started. Perfect. Before I start what is getting launched today or what we have launched today earlier in the day, a quick recap of where we were, right? So till now in the product, if you see, we had AI Copywriter. It's pretty standard. You will pretty much have that across hundreds of tools. We take pride in the quality, and obviously, like some of you guys are saying, it's good compared to some of the better ones out there. So that's one thing we had. With respect to SEO, we had topic clusters module, that would help you build content strategy. And we had cruise mode that would help you create SEO content, SEO blogs, right? And that are research backed based on, SERP. We obviously, as a company, we don't believe in one-click blog writers. That is something we are strictly against. We feel that a lot of intelligence has to go as you build good quality content. So that is something which has been there. And also, like Gaurav was saying, there is a one-click publishing option on WordPress that exists, along with a couple of other integrations with Copyscape and SEMrush. Okay, now as we are evolving the platform, we have covered pretty much the entire content lifecycle. And obviously, as we're going forward, there are a lot of things that are planned. So now with Scalenut, you can plan using Keyword Planner, which is erstwhile topic clusters. So you can plan, you can research, you can go very deep in a topic, look at entire competition landscape. You can create content using cruise mode or AI Copywriter, depending upon your needs. And now you can optimize, like Gaurav was saying, you can make your content ready for search engines, and you can publish. So if you see, technically, these 5 legs get covered within Scalenut. So if you're looking to sort of accelerate content, SEO content, our endeavor is you should be able to do it within Scalenut. Tough. I'll quickly share my screen and walk you through the platform. Okay, great. Let's move it down. Great, guys. So first thing first, cruise mode, right? Now, this has been one of the hero features of the platform, and that has helped, hundreds and thousands of content creators create a lot of content pieces over last year, right? Now, what has changed there? We have made cruise mode much more powerful, and now cruise mode helps you write more recent information. That is something which is missing a lot of AI writers, including ChatGPT. And it also gives you a lot of interesting statistics around recent topics, right? So let's start with AI article writer, okay? Let's take some of the recent, hot topics like ChatGPT versus Bard. I created this report roughly an hour back, but to save time, but you can always create a new report. ChatGPT versus Bard. You can select your target geography, hit create, and it will start creating. It will start fetching all the information from SERP. We do a lot of analysis, NLP analysis, and get all you need to create content for this particular keyword, right? Let me move to the report that is already there. Let me go to the cruise mode and start giving some inputs here, right? So first thing first, very quickly, okay, so we are trying to create a blog outlining ChatGPT versus Bard, right? Let's pick a title. There are 2 options. AI will generate the titles. And I see a couple of very interesting ones, like analyzing the AI war between ChatGPT and Google Bard. I'm sure all of you have been reading a lot about this as well. New phase of workforce, so on and so forth, and also top ranked articles, right? So people have been trying to explain these 2 chat engines, AI engines that are there, right? So let's go and pick one. Let's say we'll pick this, comparing both of them, a detailed analysis. I'll move to outline section. Now, this is extremely important because that defines how your article is going to come, what competition is doing. Look at that, and accordingly, cruise mode will create the outline, right? Let's look at the AI suggestions for various H2s, and you can generate H3s as well. So let's say, what is ChatGPT? Yes. What is Google Bard? How are they similar? How are they different? Okay. Let's pick these. Let's also look at what competition is writing, right? It's very easy. You can search. So let's say I want to cover Lambda as well. So Lambda is the, technology behind Google Bard. So let's say Lambda versus ChatGPT. I would like to cover this as well. So it gets added. What is Lambda? Let's cover this. What I'll do is I'll move this up and I'll make this as H3. So I've covered Lambda and Lambda versus GPT. Let's also see if there is anything else that's interesting. Okay, yeah, so this is fine. And also probably see if there are anything else that's interesting. Okay. This is interesting as well. You and okay, so let's make these H2s. Okay. So this is like the rough outline I would like to create and add some questions. Now, when you add questions, there are questions from Google. There are questions that your competing articles have added. And this is very interesting. This is coming directly from SERP. Questions from Quora, Reddit, and certain AI generated questions. So let's start with like Google questions. So is Google Bard available? Yes, everybody's asking that. Is Bing using very important? How can I access? Let's see what people are using. Key differences. Okay, we have covered. Okay, yeah, I think we have like 3 questions. Let's go ahead with that. And we can also add CTA, right? So for example, I just want to, give a CTA of comment below and want readers to read. Now let me move to the writing points. In the previous screen, you would have also seen certain words were highlighted. Now those words were, or words or topics were NLP terms or key terms. The idea behind highlighting those is that you should try to use them in your H2s and H3s to improve the chances of AI using those keywords as it creates content, and in turn make your article more comprehensive and ready for the search engines. So that's the whole idea. And as a next step, AI generates the writing points for each of those H2s and H3s you have created. Now this is where a lot of work has gone in. Okay, these writing points, normally if you work with different tools, they will give you writing points from AI that is trained in the past information. Okay, what we try to do is we try to get the latest information for you, right? For example, different writing points that you see here, we also give you source. Now some of the writing points might be AI generated and some of the writing points will be taken from the SERP along with the sources, right? Like for example, you have something from Forbes, and let's say if you see something here, okay, these are mostly AI related, and then a couple of other articles, The Verge, etc. Right? Another very interesting thing, the statistics, right? So there is a small button that you see here, very powerful. You click here, and for this specific keyword, ChatGPT versus Bard, it will give you the statistics, recent statistics like this. So ChatGPT has access to data of 2021. OpenAI was first released in 2020. And 3.5 series finished training in 2021. Very interesting, right? OpenAI made the free research preview of ChatGPT available for public use on November 30 last year, which is 2022. However, Bard is currently only open to group of testers. So it is able to pick all this information and also give you, okay, where it is coming from. It's coming from Reuters. So all you need to do is, for example, let's say, I want to, how are they different? For example, I want to just drag this and add that factual information in one of my writing points, right? So similarly, I can search specific writing points or specific statistics that I want. So let's say, for example, I want to write, I want to search for model, right? What models people are using. So it will actually give you, okay, what models people are using. They're using Lambda or when it was trained for, etc., right? So you can obviously use these in your writing points. I'll go to create content. Now what it does is obviously, like, based on the outline and based on the writing points that we have finalized, it will give you the first draft. And you can see how, it tries to optimize the content based on the NLP terms, based on the outlines and the writing points. Depending upon the outline, of course, it will take time. Here, the suggested word count is, you can see at the bottom, 1,000 to 1,200 words based on the entire competitive study. And the key terms usage is 56 for this specific keyword. We have used 25. We have to use a little bit more. Some of that work we will do while we are editing and finishing the article. So let's wait for a few seconds before it's generating our entire piece. Okay, wonderful. Actually, we have created a couple of thousand words of article because of the outline that we had created. This is a preview of the piece. I'll export it to the editor, and this is where we start giving finishing touches. As you see, the first draft that we have got already has a SEO score of 46. What is SEO score? I'll come to that. But before that, this is the entire piece. And you can see here, this is a brand new editor that is specifically designed for SEO writing. It has all your H1s, paragraphs, H2s, along with meta title, description, and permalink. Now for meta title, all of this generation, you can use AI. For example, I want to generate the title, and it will generate the title based on the guidelines. It's not that, based on the length and everything. So it takes care of that. It takes care of the primary keyword as well. So comparing this, what's the difference? Meta description, let's generate that as well quickly.
Mayank, just a couple of things, couple of
Sure.
questions here. Can you run through again where the questions came from?
Yes, I can do that. Okay, at any point in time, we want to go back to cruise mode. All we need to do is click here. So this is the entire cruise mode. I'll go to the outline where we saw the questions. So outline section has two subsections, the outlines and questions. So I'm here. This has questions from Google, from SERP, AI suggested questions, and Quora and Reddit. This is social listening. And you can obviously search amongst various questions as well. All you need to do is click and those questions get added here. Let me try to do that. Is Bing using ChatGPT? I think we have answered that. Let's say what is the key difference? Let's say we want to summarize that. So I clicked here and got added here.
Mayank, you want to talk about the source of the questions, like on the top?
Yeah. So these ones, the SERP ones.
Yeah, I mean, just we can run through the various sources that we use.
Yes. Sure. So like I said, first is Google. So these are the, people also ask questions that you will see on Google. Very relevant, very fresh, right? So this is first source. Second is SERP. So these are, so we extract them real time from your competing pieces, the top 30 articles, the most relevant ones, and we get you those questions. So and again, these are very different from AI generated questions because AI does not really have real-time information. For AI questions, while the questions are very interesting, as you see here, which one should I choose? So yes, actually people will start asking this. If not now, probably after like a couple of weeks, they will actually start using this, right? Is there a free or paid version of the chat system? I can just edit this of let's say ChatGPT. And Bard, right? And you have questions from Quora as well as Reddit. So you have these 5 sources to pick questions from, and all of them are available here. Does that sort of answer the question?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I'll move forward. Since we added a couple of more questions, AI will try to create the writing points, and it will try to create the content for those as well. While it is doing, in case you want to address any question, Gaurav, feel free to do it.
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. It would be quicker this time because it's generating fresh content only for a few questions. These are the questions we added. Okay. Preview. Go to the editor. Okay. So let's enter the permalink as well. So we had end-to-end meta title description. Let's do the permalink as well. Okay, ChatGPT versus Bard, straightforward. All you need to do is, like when you're publishing, obviously just add this. This becomes a URL. Now, if you see, the score is 44, suggested is 80 plus, based on what competition is doing. So your highest, the top competitor has a score of 78. So obviously our endeavor is to do better than them. Now, few things that one needs to take care, right? So it gives you a very clear idea of where we need to work on. I see our meta tags, which are these. They're all good. Featured snippet, that's all good because we have added questions and answers. So those are all fine. Links, we have not added any outbound links. There's something which is important, and we give you all the links here, and you can add, and you can view all the links, and you can add relevant links in your piece. This is one thing. URL, so you would want to sort of increase this. Let me just refresh the application once. Actually pick it up because you've added permalink. Yeah, so permalink, since we had added, it's all good. Now, most importantly, key terms. These are the NLP terms I was talking about, right? We try to use them in our outline when we are defining those, but obviously it's impossible to use all of them. But we get all the terms that we should be using here as well. So use at least 28 terms from the following key terms to increase SEO score. Now, you can also see how these terms have been used, right? Like, for example, Sundar Pichai. A lot of people have quoted, right? So it's important that you add Sundar Pichai, probably also Satya Nadella as well in the piece, right? And you can generate content in a specific section just using AI here, right? You can create content. You can also look at content depth. Now, this is important because to improve readability, you need to have certain paragraphs, certain sentences, words in bold. Also images. Right now we have not added images. So you add images, that increases the score. You can obviously pick certain images that we have, stock images. These are free. You can pick those, or you can add your own images as well. Also keyword density, like all of you know, we can't fluff the content with a lot of keywords. So this is something we need to take care. Also, the primary and secondary keyword should be between 1 to 2.5%. So ChatGPT versus Bard, this was our primary keyword. There's something that has to be used across, your content, right? So that is something which one needs to take care and just make minor changes. Keyword density. Similarly, in your H1, for example, H1 here, comparing ChatGPT versus, let's say if I do Bard, it should fix this problem of primary keyword being in H1. So this is fixed. Similarly, we do that for H2s and H3. So it gives you all the gaps. And once we sort of spend 15-20 minutes on fixing these gaps, your SEO score improves. And once that is done, if you're on WordPress, obviously use the integration. If not, you can obviously download this, export this in PDF, doc, HTML, whichever format, and publish it straight away, right? So this is the whole cruise mode, which gives you, very importantly, two things: recent information as well as the statistics, right? You can also find the statistics again in the research here, and you can see statistics again here. You don't have to go back to cruise mode in case you want to add something, right? I'll just take a quick pause before I move to other sections, but this largely covers a couple of very, very major updates that we have done.
Cool. My couple of questions. How can you tell which writing points are AI generated and which are from SERP?
Yeah. So, easy way. Whatever is getting generated from SERP, you will have a source. So I'll go to writing points. So once you are scrolling through them, hover over, so you will see the source. Right. So for example, here, most of them are from SERP. So this is all fine. You will also have from AI. We did see them in Yeah. So for example, Lambda versus GPT, probably not much content is out there. So this is mostly AI, or we could not find really, accurate. So we have certain thresholds. Until those are met, we don't suggest the references, right? So these are here. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, another question. Can you click on the PAA question and it will pull in more PAA questions, just like you do it on Google? That's a great suggestion. Right now, that functionality is not built in, but a great suggestion. I'm adding it to my bucket list. Yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah. Absolutely.
This
But I'll strongly recommend this feature as well. These are non-AI, mostly from SERP. So this combined with Google will pretty much set you up for this particular article or any one article, right? Like whatever you are working on. Okay.
Yeah.
Shall I move forward?
Yeah, there are a few. Move forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. So I'll just quickly reiterate the importance of this. See, there are like a lot of AI tools that are there, and as giants like Microsoft, Google, they are releasing AI interfaces. They're accepting AI content in their search as well. The amount of content that will get created will only increase, right? The only way to ensure your content ranks higher is to build credibility. At the same time, you have to create a lot of content, right? So one will have to do both the things: create a lot of content and create them with the right information, contextual information. And that is the reason why these two things are very, very important, that we try to get, not random information, more relevant information. So this writing wire does that, and give you statistics so that you build credibility, you give information, right? And you don't have to spend hours when you could actually create more pieces. So this is why this is, the entire cruise mode has incorporated these couple of important updates. All right.
Here's another question for you. How can we reference those sources automatically?
Mm-hmm.
How can you demonstrate adding the outbound links? I think we'll take the second one first, maybe.
Yeah.
In the editor, yeah.
So let's say, so you can just, for example, I want to add it here, right? So yeah, it gets added here. And if you want to, for example, let's say add it against a particular text. So I just said, I'm just doing it.
Maybe you can take a statistics example and add a text as well.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. So for example, let's take a statistic. So let's say I do this, and this is something, sorry, seconds. Is the copy functionality not working here? So I can actually, let me do it from there itself. Now, get the links. For now, let me just add, for example, any of the links, for example, this one, right? So this, all we need to do is just click, and it gets me the link, and I can obviously hyperlink to any of the text I want, right? So fairly easy. Anything else other than this?
Yeah, a lot of questions.
Okay.
Can we get a God mode too, so we can instruct A to do same as GPT does?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
I think so. Domitro is asking, can we get a God mode too, so we can instruct A to do same as GPT does?
Okay. See, when you work with Chat GPT, right? If you are trying to create a proper SEO article, you will have to probably follow multiple steps. But the problem is, it does not pick the recent information. So even the clusters will not be recent, even the outlines will not be recent. That's all based on AI that has been trained on the previous information. It does not have the information of what competition is doing today. And like all of you know, content freshness is probably one of the most important things, right? So I actually try to create a lot of pieces with ChatGPT and cruise mode, and also try to find the SEO score. And I would invite all of you to try doing it. You will be surprised, right? The amount of time and the SEO score. So time with cruise mode will be much lesser to get much higher SEO score. So honestly, I mean, once you work on both the pieces, at least I am a little biased towards like cruise mode giving you a better, higher SEO score and probably lesser time in finishing of the article.
Yeah. Cool. Is there something you can suggest that can post this content to the website and not spending hours? Also, can you automate to create an article and just post it? So you can create an article through cruise mode, optimize, and then publish. If your website is on WordPress, then you can publish on WordPress using one click there, right? And like add a few details and publish to WordPress. No, that is not available. AI writing and publishing and doing everything by itself. No, that's not which is available on the platform right now.
Yeah.
Cool. Will the cruise mode be specific to blog article types of text, or will it be able to do other types of content? Right now, cruise mode is specific to blog and article writing. What we plan to do in future is going deep here and also enable you to select type of blog that you would want to write. For example, you want to write a listicle, or you want to write a how to blog, and so on. So that's something that we're building, but right now cruise mode is not fit for writing product description or other kind of text.
Yeah, and do let us know like your main use cases. We would be happy to build them, if we see like lot of demand, for sure.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, maybe what I can do is like quickly move forward because these are like smaller updates since we have covered the bulk of it, and then we can discuss rest of the questions as well.
Perfect. That sounds good, Mayank. Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's talk about like keyword planner. Now, people who have been with us for some time, they would know about topic cluster. Now, topic clusters, so that is something which will be keyword planner going forward, because this helps you get the keywords for specific niche. For example, again, I created, let's say my niche is SEO tools. That's what we do. And I want to figure out, okay, what are the different keywords I should target if I have to build my authority in SEO tools, right? So this is my starting point where I create a report, SEO tools, select my geography and create. It will create a report for me, and it will give you different clusters. It will actually club related keywords in clusters that I can start writing on. Okay, so over a period of time, my idea would be to cover as many relevant clusters as possible, interlink them, build a pillar page, and build my authority for this specific niche. Now, the change that has gone in, obviously, there's something that has existed, but you'll see enhanced UI UX, and most importantly, you will see all the keywords for SEO tools in a list view as well, sorted by relevance. You can obviously change it, and you can create article for each of these. For example, if I feel that SEO optimization tools, it has good search volume, very relevant, of course. CPC, okay, it fits into my scheme of things. I'll go ahead and create SEO article. When I create SEO article, it will take me to the cruise mode, and it will start the journey that we just went through, right? So as simple as that. right? Or if I want to cover the entire cluster in one go, I can do that as well. So rather than targeting individual keyword, I want to cover, let's say, small SEO tools as one of the clusters. So I'll create an SEO article on that, right? And later link it to probably my pillar page on SEO articles, SEO tools. So this is the keyword planner that you would see on the platform. And last but not least, content optimizer. So we saw in the cruise mode that when you're creating fresh content, you get SEO score. But what about the existing content? You need to regularly refresh. Competition is increasing. Competition is changing day by day, right? So how your content is doing today. So that's what content optimizer would do. All you need to do is you take any of the published links. So for example, created this pillar page versus landing page is one of the keywords for us. And we had a blog, scalenut.com/blog, difference between pillar page and landing page. And we entered the URL, keyword, geography, and it basically analyzed the entire SERP, the entire thing which you saw in cruise mode as well. So it did all of that, got my content, got the meta tags, and gave me the SEO score. So obviously we are ranking fairly high on this particular keyword, and it also reflects in the SEO score we are seeing here, right? And it also gives me, still there are gaps that I can fix, right? So I would try to, ask my team, okay, what guys, like these are a few things that we should, work on, and start fixing some of these things so that I'm constantly above, a good number, at least above the suggested number, right? And all the things around competition, NLP terms, statistics. So it's very interesting that you would see, for example, this page was written like 6 months back. With statistics, you will see today's statistics, and you can incorporate some of them to refresh the content. Obviously, you have access to all the AI templates as well that are there on the platform within the content optimizer as well, right? So now you can not only create your new content, but optimize your existing content in Scalenut, right? So these are like the biggest updates of today's launch. Yeah, I'll take a pause. Feel free to ask us questions. I'll probably stop sharing my screen and would love to sort of like interact with you guys.
Perfect. So I think we still have a lot of questions, so I'll try to take them one by one, and then yeah.
Okay. Before we get into questions, couple of things, folks. Product Hunt, again, requesting if any one of you have not supported us, it would really help us go a long way, build more features, evolve the platforms. Please go ahead and support us there. Gaurav, we can share the link again. Okay, perfect, you've done that. Also, we do have an exciting offer for people who are in the webinar. We can talk about that, or I'll probably share that as we go along in the questions. I'll share that on the chat as well. Yeah.
Go ahead, Mayank. I think share that once, and then
okay, perfect. Right. So since it's our big launch on Product Hunt, as well as some major features, we have on across all annual plans, we have 50% off. That's something that you would find on the website. For people who are in the webinar, and if you guys, any one of you, if you have decided to sort of like cross the line and you're not our subscriber, we will also double the limits of article writer, keyword planner, as well as content optimizer for any plan that you choose, whether it is essential, growth, or pro plan. So yes, I'll also type it down in case you guys are interested. Feel free to subscribe, and the offer of 2x would be obviously applicable for purchases during the webinar, and drop us an email once you do that.
Perfect. Okay, cool. So I think start taking questions. Here's a question about how about the fact check. Okay, Govin, can you explain the question here, because I think Mayank talked about the cruise mode flow, where most of the writing points and hence the paragraphs were generated basis the recent content, right? So I think we sorted there.
Yeah.
So cool. Hello guys, the upgrades look great. Thanks for that, but I'm worried about search engine penalization for plagiarism. Cool. So I think good thing is that whatever AI generates is not plagiarized. Mostly it is plagiarism free. I would still strongly recommend to check for plagiarism before actually publishing your content. Scalenut also has integrated with Copyscape, so you can just integrate with your Copyscape account and check the plagiarism real time in the Scalenut editor. Right. Cool. Will this close mode be specific to blogs? I think we've already answered this question. Can you click on the PA question? And this is already answered. Okay. There's a question or how are you advancing the algorithm to give more complex answers and not get the same similar paragraph? Cool. So Matthew, I think I'm not sure if you noticed, but there have been significant changes in the way the paragraphs are also generated, right? So it's a mix of bullet points, it's a mix of multiple paragraphs coming in, right? So you will see different structure of paragraphs and a lot of improvement and a lot of sort of fresh view of looking at those paragraphs with this change as well. Cool. Can certain sources be excluded from the SEO score comparison? For example, Wikipedia or other sites that I'm not trying to compete with. Brian, this is a very interesting and very important point. This is in our pipeline, and we will sort of give you an option to choose your competition, include or exclude basis who is actually your competition or you would not want to compete with them. So the feedback well noted here. Yeah. Perfect. With this new feature for me, I had a basic plan before a couple of months. Now I'll have by default all the upgrade features with these changes. For example, I have the cruise mode in my plan now. Mayank, you want to take this one?
Yeah. So we have sunset the individual plan that did not have cruise mode. Till you are subscribed, you will continue individual plan. That was our lowest plan. If you want, you can always move to essential plan, which is just $10 a month more, and you will have the cruise mode, etc. as well. So yeah, it comes with the essential plan.
Perfect. How about editing to avoid AI detectors? Okay, that's an interesting one. I'll perhaps take this one. So I think couple of views there. One is I think this is yet to unfold on how search engines would see AI content, right? So couple of points in favor of AI content is that likes of Google are also releasing the AI generative APIs, right? So it might not just make sense to not read AI content. Second point is recently, Google also tweeted that the content should be helpful, and it apart from that, the source of the content, whether it's AI or human, is not that important. So that's in for. Also, I think the age of AI detectors will also sort of evolve. The way they work will also evolve. So today, the best research AI research company, which is OpenAI, which we also use their APIs for our generation. Their AI detection tool, which they recently launched, had a just accuracy of 26%, right? So you have to take these detectors also with a pinch of salt, because the detection accuracy is extremely low, right? Also understand this one, the content is produced by AI and we want it to not be detected by AI, right? And for example, content produced by OpenAI is not detected by their own detection tool, right? It's sort of a big anomaly, right? So I think we should wait out to understand how this unfolds. And that's the point I would want to make. The current AI detectors which are available it's not accurate. So we should take this with a pinch of salt for now.
Yeah, and also, like, I'll just make one more point here. We should not worry about AI content too much, because Google has repeatedly said content should be helpful. Plus, with them coming uh, with the consumer-facing AI applications, as well as their search getting enabled by AI, clearly AI content is fine, right? So don't worry till the time your content is good. We feel it's all good.
Got it. Cool. So the next question is, when the AI generates the article, can the generation be done in a way that it already has a high SEO score as compared to competitors, saving time from going back through and adding keywords and other changes to fix the output for a high SEO score? Perfect. So Rian, what we do is we nudge the AI to use the NLP terms, and that's why you see a lot of NLP terms already being used in the content, right? But a lot of other things, which is let's say adding links or optimizing for the URL, optimizing for the meta description, and so on, right? Some of that will also depend upon your website, your permalink, etc. So while a major part of it is automated, where you will get a certain level of NLP usage, and hence a good number of words as well, NLP terms as well, which are being used in the scope, which are being used in the article. But other things remain manual, where some kind of human intervention is required to make it ready for the search engines. Yeah. Perfect. It looks like the URLs have to be copy pasted manually from each statistics or from each writing point. I don't see a way to automatically capture source URLs into the article. I think this, as I mentioned, Frank in my other comment also, this feedback is taken. We'll get this sorted very quickly. Okay. Would it be possible to use 2 or more SERPs in one cruise mode article build? Meaning I can plug in 2-3 keywords, have Scalenut pull out those SERPs and analyze them, and flip between them on tabs to build my article. So what you can do is you can add 2 or 3 keywords which are similar for the same cruise mode, and you can build one article to target those 2-3 keywords and not just one keyword. That's something that you can do using cruise mode right now as well. You said that content freshness for topologies are past data, so it's not fresh. I don't understand this completely, but I think what we now generate from cruise mode is fresh data. Yeah, is using the live fresh data on search engines. Yeah. Can you explain to me how to post directly to WordPress? I have no idea how to do this. Cool. Mayank, can you share the help article with Matthew here, and I think that should be helpful.
Yes, I'll do that. Just a moment. Please carry on. Yeah, I'll share that.
Okay. Yeah. When do you plan to release an AI template that writes fiction stories? Awesome. David, we don't plan to do that in our immediate pipeline. I think we plan to build around the content lifecycle workflow and go deep there. Yeah. The next is, I use the topic clusters constantly, canceled one of the competitors to use Scalenut. However, the number of relevant clusters is limited unless I have SEMrush integration. Okay, so I think Demon, the way the clusters are formed is basis the number of keywords that we get from the Google data. So that's more relevant. Obviously, Google data is not as same as SEMrush, is not similar to SEMrush and slightly different, and that's where you see the difference. I think it's up to you whether you choose the data from Google or you choose the data from SEMrush. I have never tried any language but English. Do you do French, or you'll be doing any languages soon? Matthew, currently we plan to go deep in building for English. However, launching other languages is something that is in our pipeline. Yeah, but but you will see a lot more depth in English for a certain period of time for now. Please add keyword difficulty level as well. Yes, Mohit, if you use the SEMrush integration, then you will see the keyword difficulty as well in the keyword planner. Could you please add a feature of conversation layer to Scalenut where we can ask random questions and retrieve answers based on instructions? The AI should be able to recall previous conversations. Okay, so this is similar to ChatGPT. So John, ChatGPT is free, right? You should perhaps use that and come back to Scalenut for your content lifecycle workflow, I would say. Yeah. So Amanda asks, any plans for a growth workflow such as Surfer Grow Flow? Okay, I am not sure about Surfer Grow Flow, but Amanda, as I mentioned sometime back, what we plan to do is, so we already have done plan, research, create, distribute, optimize, right? What we plan to do is create an analyze module, and then over analyze, there would be recommendations which will feed back to planning. So that is what the content loop I was talking about. Hope that answers your questions, Amanda. How do you optimize the existing content on the website? Is it because Scalenut connects to your website? Okay. So Matthew, that's the content optimizer we were talking about. So you can put in the URL you want to optimize and the primary keyword for which you want to optimize, and hence, and putting that on the content optimizer, you can go ahead and optimize the content. Frank mentioned same copy URL to keyword button for the writing point section too. Yeah, same problem here as well, Frank. Noted. Is there a content summarizer, bullet points, or TLDR section to add to top of the content? Not in that format, but what you can do is you can actually summarize individual paragraphs to sort of use that individual paragraphs to sort of build a summarizer for the blog. But if you want to summarize a complete blog using TLDR, that's something which is not available right now. Yeah. Okay. Okay, to be clear, does each use of cruise mode count against the SEO article limit, or does it count against the article writer limit? Mayank, you want to take this one?
Sorry, I was answering another one.
Does each use of cruise mode count against the SEO article limit, or does it count the article writer limit?
Yeah. So now if you see, we have three limits. One is article writer limit, another is keyword planner limits, and last is a content optimizer limit. There is nothing like SEO article limit now. It's article writer that consumes, that's basically based on the SEO and all the principles and the SERP data, right? So these are three limits, and do reach out to us in chat. We can explain more, or the pricing plan, that's available on the website or the product.
Okay. Okay, so this one is answered. Didn't see the new content optimizer button. Even if I use some of the new features, I think this is great. Waited for this feature. Okay. So Mayank, can you quickly show the content optimizer where it is? I think there is some confusion here. So.
Okay, just one second. Okay, so we can go to the dashboard. So there are two ways to go about it. You can click on the left nav, content optimizer here. You can enter the URL of the page, the primary keyword you would like that page to rank for, and the geography, and create. It will give you the score, and you can open the report. And there's another question on how to optimize. I think that was from Bruce. So Bruce, this is the list of all the actionables that you need to do to improve the SEO score. We also have a short video, everyone, right? This short video that will explain all these in detail, and we have detailed help articles, and of course we are always here, right? So this could be a little more information for you to consume right now, but do look at these help content, and to reach out to us for more, to explain to understand this a little bit more in detail.
Perfect. Okay, and how is Scalenut different from other similar tools? Great. I think as we were talking about, we're trying to solve the content lifecycle workflow. I think so that's what our endeavor is. If you are looking for comparison around with a specific tool, I would suggest you do see our footer or reach out to us on support. We'll be happy to answer. Amanda mentions, can you recap the key points of the launch?
Yes, we will do that. You will also be getting an email that will have all the key points of the launch.
Cool. Fact, cruise mode and statistics seem great. Is live writing instruct and bot icon SERP factual writing coming? Will there be NLP topic clusters coming and the ability to export NLP terms? Will Scalenut have the ability to write about factual processes, procedures like how to start a YouTube channel step by step, or how to use the chat GPT interface? So the first question, fact, cruise mode and statistics, is live instruct and bot icon SERP factual writing coming? I'm not very clear of the question here, but what I understand is that is factual writing coming in instruct sort of thing, right? It's not available right now. However, we'll enable that in the coming time for sure. Will there be NLP topic clusters coming? Topic clusters are already clusters using our AI algorithms. So that's already available. Ability to export NLP terms. You can share a doc with someone where the NLP terms are present, and he can just use the doc to access the NLP terms and way more things for that specific article topic. Will Scalenut have the ability to write about factual procedures like how to start a YouTube channel or how to use a chat GPT interface? Yes, it can do today as well. However, as I mentioned, we'll also come up with templates for cruise mode where you can specifically write about how to guides or listicles or different kind of templates, right? Yeah. Does cruise mode have parameters in place to assure good readability? I've noticed in the past that some of the content generated would be very large paragraph that is not very readable on mobile. Yes, Scotty, with this launch, you see the paragraphs are smaller and have been broken into multiple ones. Also, at certain places, there are bullet points which come in paragraphs. So that's kind of addressed as well. Yeah. Can the SERP display DA and PA of competitors? Akshay, no, that's not something which is there right now. In the plans, what are additional SaaS credits?
Okay. Yeah. So Manda, what happens is SaaS credits is like one currency that you can use for AI writing, for keyword planner, for article writer, or for content optimizer in case you run out of your current limits, right? So you can purchase additional SaaS credits, or if one has got any promotional SaaS credits, that's also possible, right? So those credits can be used for any of the activities on the platform.
Great. Another one for you, Mayank. Pricing page shows double limits on Pro plan. Does it apply to Growth plan as well?
Yes, let me just, I think there are like a couple of more queries. Let me just walk everybody through the plans and the offer as well. Just give me 1 second. I'll share my screen. Okay. All right. So the current offer that you see on the platform gets us 50% off on across all annual plans. So normally, for example, Essential is at $20 a month billed annually, and Pro, the highest plan, is $75 a month billed annually. I'm of course on the Pro plan, so hence Growth plan, and hence the downgrade option. But yeah, coming to the limits, okay, you see the Pro plan already has doubled the limits. Pro annual plan has doubled the limits for SEO articles and optimized pages, content optimizer technically. If you buy the annual plans in the webinar, you will get 20% off. Also 2x limits on all these, 2x on all the limits. For example, let's say you are going for Growth plan, 30 will become 60 articles per month and renewed every month, of course. And that will remain for life even next year if you continue to renew. If you renew that as well, keyword cluster will become 60, audit becomes 60. And the fun part, Pro, 150 will become 300, 75 becomes 150, and 150 becomes 300, right? So whatever is available here, whatever numbers you see here, they become double, except AI words. The 2x limit is available on the SEO limits, not AI words of the Essential plan. So that's the entire offer. In case there are any more doubts, feel free to reach out to us. We are available on chat, email, anybody. I hope this answers Manda the question.
So in Pro plan, the limits actually become 4x for annual plans, right?
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Perfect. Amanda says, excited to see article templates. Any insight into what those might include? So Amanda, so that's something which is in progress, and as we speak, we're building it, which is basically the way you want to write articles would differ basis what kind of article do you want to write. For example, if you want to write a listicle, it will have a different template / structure. Whether you want to write a how-to article will have a different structure, or whether you want to write a review article will have a slightly different structure. So we'll try to ask in the start of the cruise mode which kind of template is required, and hence go deep in building around that specific template so that you don't have to manually do that tweaking. Hope that answers your question. Can you add a copy to clipboard button export option for the statistics? That's a good suggestion, gentlemen. It's not yet there, but yeah, we can think about it. Yeah. Again, I think it's the same question someone asked for NLP terms. If you want to share with someone, you can just use the share button and share the complete doc, right? They will have access to not only statistics but a lot more other things, and it'll help you in collaboration as well, and they'll understand the complete context than just the statistics. I would suggest to use that rather than downloading and sharing for now. Yeah. Thank you, Amanda. Do you have an API? If not, is that on the roadmap? No, Ryan, we don't have an API. It's not on the immediate roadmap as well.
Yeah.
Amanda mentions that's awesome. Can you add user intent, like transactional, informational, etc.?
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're talking about keyword planner, Amanda, right? Yes, we'll add that. I think it's pending on our list for some time, but yeah, we'll add that. Great piece of suggestion. How many days from this webinar we have to get the 2x benefit? I think
Yeah, that's pretty much for the webinar. I see few folks have already done it, but if any one of you want to take some more time, feel free to do that. We can make exceptions, try to do that between today and tomorrow, and we'll definitely work things out. Do reach out us on chat.
Yeah, perfect. In the future, is it possible to have more differentiation between write and instruct actions in the article writer? It would be nice to have a feature where we can tell the AI to avoid specific topics or provide other instructions. Benjamin, I'm not very clear on this question. If you can ask in more detail, or you can sort of reach out to us on chat, or BK will be more than happy to answer this specific point. Perfect. I think we've answered all the questions here.
Yes, and I think a couple of people again, they want to know the product hunt link. I'm sharing it with everybody, folks. Here's the link. Feel free to, rather request you sincerely to please go ahead and support us.
Yeah, I think it was lovely chatting with all of you.
Just one more, I think a couple of more questions on the chat, so just answering that as well.
Okay, the question, I think, got a clarification from Benjamin as well. Perhaps I don't fully understand the instruct command, but right now it seems to do largely the same thing as the write command, just with a bit different results. Yeah, I think the main difference is if you want to write ahead, like completing a sentence or writing beyond a specific sentence, then use the write command. And if you want to give a instruction to AI, for example, write an introduction paragraph or write a summary or write XYZ, then you use instruct. Yeah, I think with the AI models advancing, there is sort of at least in the way they behave, there is sort of a thin line. Yeah.
Great.
Perfect.
I think it's like fantastic, very, very enriching session, very good feedback, suggestions, questions. Any more doubts, feedback, suggestions, we are available on chat. We are available on email, vcare@scalenut.com. Feel free to reach out for anything around pricing, plans, features, anything and everything. We are here. And also we'll be sending a detailed email on the changes so that you will have handy. Also, we'll send details about the offer as well. I'll speak to the team and we'll get that rolling for all of you.
Yeah, and I think as a product builder, I always get a lot of insights talking to you guys, and I'm still taking home a couple of feedbacks for me and my team to implement within this week. So yeah, amazing suggestions as well. Thanks, guys.
Thank you everyone. Lovely interacting with all of you. Thank you. Bye-bye.